Hello and welcome back to the workshop. It's a beautiful day. 2019 is here, man. 2019, we are in it, in cheer. And with the new year comes new sneakers, even though these technically came out last year. But new year, new sneakers, it never fails. And today we got some new Boost. It's actually a pair I'm pretty excited about. I always love to get the new iterations of sneakers that I like. I might not buy another pair of these all year, but I have these. Buckets, hit them with the drum roll. Okay, no drum roll. Bang, bang! The Adidas Ultraboost 2019. This particular colorway is Cloud White and Active Red. These released a couple weeks ago. Like I said, it was actually 2018, December 15th, if I'm not mistaken, and retail was 180 bucks. They sold out quick, and now they're actually going for almost double that in some sizes when you look at the resale value, which is interesting to note because Ultra Boost sneakers haven't really been reselling for actually quite a while, and a lot of times you even see them go on sale. It just goes to show you supply and demand. We mention that all the time, but it's true. People are really quick to call a brand or a particular sneaker model dead. Meanwhile, in most cases, they're just releasing more pairs and kind of flooding it. And yeah, at some point, if you go too far in that direction, then it does die. But it's just supply and demand. If you go back to the very first Ultra Boost, and I'm not saying that they haven't lost some popularity or some coolness, but in the beginning, a lot of the colorways were really hard to get. I know because I missed out on them personally. Then they got a little easier to get. And a little easier to get, and a little easier to get until they were available literally everywhere. And that's supply and demand going in the opposite direction. And that's how hype works. So there were not very many pairs of these that released, and so that's why they sold out, and that's why they're reselling or have some resale value. Are they worth that? No, I don't think they're worth the resale. Are they worth 180? Because that's a lot of money. 180 bucks is nothing to sneeze at. So how good are they? Let's run through some details and then we'll dive into what they are actually worth. 360 prime knit seamless upper, very nice. Obviously there's Boost. It seems even chunkier than previous models, which again is nice. More Boost, the better. A very minimal heel counter. I love that red hit. The side cage is probably my least favorite part of the sneaker. It's just kind of blah to me. It's definitely a downgrade from previous models. Plain white laces, black continental rubber outsole, you know, stuff that you have seen before. I do really like this colorway. It doesn't feel all that much different than previous Ultra Boost models as far as the structure of the shoe goes. Small stuff, a couple aesthetic changes, but it's essentially an updated version of the same shoe. And that's interesting, right? Because there's always the question of how much do you change a sneaker? For example, take Jordan brand basketball sneakers. Most years, they revamped the Jordan basketball sneaker pretty hardcore. Here and there, you know, there might be a couple years where it's similar to the previous, but a lot of times they're pretty much trying to reinvent the wheel, at least with the look of it. And with Ultra Boost, it's been the opposite of that. It's pretty much been the same path. You can look at this version and go back to the very first version, and they're very, very, very similar. It's the same type of thing for all intents and purposes. Here's what Ultra Boost is. Whether you like them or you don't like them, the Ultra Boost is prime knit on top of Boost. And I really dig Boost. Boost is life. It's super comfortable. That has not changed. So in that regard, they're very worth 180. I hate spending that much money on a sneaker and it isn't even comfortable. You can't even wear it. These are comfortable. Quick little side note, they do run a tad long, but they're very snug. They really hug your foot a lot more than the Ultra Boost 4 did. Just for a little reference, it does feel a little bit more performance than the previous few Ultra Boost models. And even piggybacking on that, that's where it kind of loses it for me a little bit because style-wise, I think they're not going in the right direction. I still think the first Ultra Boost was the best as far as style goes, and like most things, styles change and shift, and I just don't know that the Ultra Boost look is really something that I'm into at the moment. Sure, with some track pants or something like that, they're fine, but I wouldn't want to wear these with jeans. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm probably always gonna buy the new version of the Ultra Boost. Ultraboost, at least for a while, for the foreseeable future, just to check it out and see what's what. But I'd be surprised if I bought another colorway this year. I think this will probably be it for me. Let me rephrase. It would have to be an amazing colorway in order for me to buy another pair. Another thing with Boost is it does bottom out. And again, it's something that I've talked about many, many times. It is just a fact. This cushioning loses some of its cushiness. If you're wearing Boost every day, for example, you almost need a new pair every month if you don't want to lose that bounce, that pep in your step, that softness in your step. $180 every month, I don't know, that's steep. I do still think it's worth it to own a pair if you can get them for retail. At $140, it would be a no-brainer. At $180, it isn't as much of a no-brainer, especially because there are a lot more options out there currently for super comfortable sneakers. Not even that they're more comfortable, but in the same realm, whereas 4 or 5 years ago, there weren't as many options in my opinion. So I do think they're worth it because they are still so comfy, and I still am a fan of Boost as far as the comfort goes and the feel goes. But unless they do something different moving forward, I think the Ultraboost is probably on its way out. And I'm not a numbers guy. Maybe Adidas is selling a ton of Ultraboost, but the cool factor has definitely been dwindling. There's no question about that. And unless they change something, I think it's going to keep going down. But we will see what happens. I am not a prophet. I'm just a guy who likes sneakers. In the meantime, while we wait for all of that to transpire, while we wait for the future to unfold, I'm going to put them to the test. The infamous life test. You know that's what we love to do down here. It's something that we've kind of fallen in love with. The feedback is always great on them, and you can't really review a sneaker in the fullest sense of the word if you're just taking it out of the box and looking at it. You got to wear them. You got to put them on the pavement. You got to live life in them, and that is what I'm going to do with these. Leave a comment below and let us know, how do you feel about them? Like them, love them, hate them? Is Boost dead? Is Boost still life? Leave a comment below and let us know. Always love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. You are very, very appreciated. We will be back tomorrow, mañana. Same time, same place, right here at the workshop with a brand new video. Brand spanking new. Until then, I'm out.